Yo, what is going down with it once again? Ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and of course, as always, otakus and hikikomori's out there's the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo Sony for 2011 aka May, and we're of course, you guys are wrestlers, intros, and outros on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all this stuff. You have to forgive me, I'm a little bit under the weather. I kind of lost my voice halfway because I went to go out and see this movie, Equalizer 2. I don't know if any people heard about it, and I know most of you have. That dude Denzel Washington was a freaking beast. I know it came out 2 days earlier, but I was off today on Sunday, so I decided to watch it. Second best movie Denzel's made, besides the old one he made in 2010, which was Unstoppable. A lot of his movies are kick-ass, but it's not what I'm here to talk about. So there's that. I screamed throughout halfway the movie, so I almost even called security on me when I was in the theaters. Anyways, it says Microsoft intends to launch next Xbox before PS5 system. Heard this from my boy stonefoxmeidavlo. I'll leave the link in the description box below. This one I actually heard from Shaq News' official Twitter account. I know they were talking a lot about San Diego Comic-Con stuff that's been going on, like that whole drama bullshit with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trying to meet up with each other and all that crap, which I'm not getting into. Drama's not what I talk about on this channel. And I heard a lot of other stuff about Buffy the Vampire remake coming out. I might talk about that. Some people are pissed off at, they made her because she's a black female character. I don't really give a shit. It's all good under the hood with me. I don't care what color they are. Resident Evil 2 Collection, I'll get into that. It's a lot more of a short article. This one's going to be a little bit longer, so links down below if I don't read the whole thing. So shout out to Shunabukar Pajariat. Hopefully I didn't butcher that name too badly. Shukaduriat, but it sounds like it's an Indian, Arabic, Middle Eastern name, so apologies. I'm not trying to sound like a racist or nothing, but seriously, it's a hard-ass thing to pronounce. So hopefully I'm going to do a two-part in this video. I apologize if I do. So it says Microsoft surprise people in a lot of ways at their E3 press event this year, which was last month. Oh yeah, hopefully I don't hear no music in the background. It's my Pokemon thing, whatever I'm playing. I'm doing some horde encounters so I could get a shiny Lombre or something, my older X version. That or a Fungus, because I already got Poliwag 4 times the shiny in there. But let's continue this. E3 press event this year, but perhaps this is the only thing that surprised people more than anything else. Now, when Xbox boss Phil Spencer was quickly mentioning in the past that Microsoft team will have the Xbox One X stellar hardware. I don't know why this word stellar for the 80s is coming back in the 2010s. It's almost the 2020s in another year and a half. So, I don't know. Maybe people are 40 and up might know that better. So anyways, it's currently working on the next generation of Xbox. I don't know if that's an advertisement or... No, it's advertisement. Never mind. I thought it had something to do with the article. So it says... Let's move on. So I'm trying not to lose my fucking place. Here we go. It wasn't an official announcement until of the next Xbox, or Xbox 2, Xbox 720, Xbox 4, and Xbox. Let's stick with the next Xbox now. That's in parentheses, by the way. Should have pinpointed it out before I read that, but let's move on. Let me get a drink real quick. I'm gonna eat a shit ton of Muri-chan soup later to being a little out of the weather with this shit. So it says, but it took people by many surprises anyways, because the general consensus among people is it seems that the current generation of consoles still has plenty of life left in them. So even mentioning the next generation seems a bit premature. I know I've been talking a lot about Sony moves, but I heard a lot about, shout out to my boy VV. He talked about this earlier too. I'm going to talk about it as well, which is Sly Cooper next year. I think the year after 2019 or 2020 is getting its own show, but I'll talk about that in a separate video. Let's move on. Industrial analyst Michael Patcher, I heard of that news a few times, that name being passed around a couple times on Twitter and Instagram, of the analysis for the Wedbush Securities, I think Scrutinies, or Securities, however you say that, thought. Feels like it seems like a shadow mentioning made plenty of sense. We recently spoke to Patcher about a number of things, and one of the issues we quizzed him on was the next Xbox, as he was on the opinions, there we go, that thought that the current Xbox One X owners, in parentheses again, a system launched only a year ago, unquote, might feel a little bit slightly by the quote-unquote announcement, unquote. Microsoft are definitely going to be launching their system before the next year, before Sony launches the PS5, citing 2020 as the most likely year to release. Words for his own now, Mr. Michael Patras, is him saying it. I'm sure Microsoft intends to do launches first, and I'm equally certain that the new Xbox will be backwards compatible with any Xbox One software, unquote. Patras said, while speaking at Gaming Bolt, I agree with the hardware for the Xbox One X purchases, but they should know that the 4 years into a cycle that there is another one coming out. Thought it'd be 6 or 7 year cycle. I guess Microsoft does it different than Sony. Because I know Sony and Nintendo every 6 to 7 years they end up releasing a new console. I guess for Microsoft it's faster, it's 4. I don't know. I guess this is as good as mine. I don't know. So it says, my guess is that the Microsoft intends to launch 2020, but I don't think Sony's going to launch the PS5 then. They will launch it early, end quote. Microsoft's next Xbox system has been in conversations a lot lately. Recently, Gaming Ball spoke to matter of the MPD analyst Matt Pizzicella. I think it's Pizzicella or Pizzicella. Hopefully I didn't butcher that word. As well as who was firmly on the opinion that it's against highlights, so it must be super important extravaganza news. I don't know. Let's move on. The next console's announcement isn't going to have much of an impact on the sales of the Xbox One. Meanwhile, Microsoft themselves has been speaking a lot about the next Xbox, as well as with the Phil Spencer has been talking about the frame rate and resolution goals that they wish to achieve with the system, and with the Mike Yajibara chiming in as well. So there's that. Links down below if you want to read rest of any of their articles down there. Microsoft, Xbox One, all their little hashtags are down there as well. I don't really care too much for that, but hey, that's their business. They have to do what they got to do. There's all these other things about Terminator and all that shit. So let's get into something that's very, very near and dear to my heart, because I remember 1 and 2 way back in the PS1, PS2 era. I used to play a couple of Resident Evil, even Parasite Eve, which I really wish they would bring that back. Square Enix, Activision, Sony, I'm looking at you. Please bring that game as a remastered. I would love you forever if you did that shit. I mean, did it with Spyro and Crash? Should be able to do it with the old school Parasite Eve if they ever bring that one day. Nerd is from Shaq News official Twitter account. Link to the little sidebar down below if anything even exists with the sidebar anymore. I haven't said that in 9 years. And description box down below, friends. Let me get another drink. A lot more shorter, sweet, to the point. As a collector of figurines of video games and anime and stuff, you know I had to read this shit. So shout out to Kevin Tucker from shacknews.com. And the other one was from Gaming Ball, by the way. I totally forgot to misrepresent them. My bad. Or represent them. So it says that Capcom has announced the Resident Evil 2 Collector's Edition that's been announced, including Leon figures and soundtrack. Oh yeah. Resident Evil 2's Collector's Edition. I remember this dude I used to watch on YouTube in 2010, 2011. I'm not sure if he's still around anymore. This dude named Ryan Finney, or 3TR Topic Reviewer. He was a real huge fan of the Resident Evil and Kingdom Hearts series, so he would probably be jumping out of his seat for this stuff. So, now Brian here who lives in this one day. You're so cool ass dude. And he lived over here in Vegas too. So he was a really cool ass guy. So if he's still around, definitely give him a subscription. Subscribe to that dude's channel if he's still around. Which includes the deluxe version of remakes as well as a bunch of goodies. Game and comic book fans are well likely aware that the San Diego Comic-Con 2018 is underway. It's already been happening already. So this is like a day before. I think the 21st is when it started, like 2 days ago. This is currently, let's see, it's the 22nd right now. So it's like a day and a half, 2 days, I don't know. Let's move on. And there's some fresh news for gamers eager to get their hands on Capcom's upcoming Resident Evil 2 remake, which, you know, I'm hyped as balls to see that shit. Oh my god. One of my 90s, early 2000s, nostalgic favorite games of all freaking time. Second best, next to Crash and Spyro, of course. Be number 1. In the PS era, Nintendo, obviously it would be Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong, Metroid, and then probably, I'm going to get flack for this, Yoshi's Island back in the day. The SNES era one. The upcoming Resident Evil 2 Collector's Edition one bundles together a game as well as the numbers of the Resident Evil 2 theme extras. And there goes all the little things right there. That's from Resident Evil. It says, just announced Resident Evil, It'll be pre-order at GameStop and EB Games in North America, and fresh new details. Okay? Very, very recent. It's only 2 days ago. So, hey, I'm all aboard for that. I really would love to pre-order the shit out of this thing. So it says the new Resident Evil. It's their official Twitter account, which I am following, by the way. Follow me too, by the way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The new Resident Evil 2 Collector's Edition is slated out and to include the deluxe version of the game for either PlayStation 4 or Xbox One or Deluxe Edition DLC pack voucher, a digital soundtrack, and a collector's art book. And a lot of really cool ass physical collectibles I would love to get my freaking gamer hands on for sure. Alright, let's move forward. So it says all packaged together in a special Raccoon City Police Department. I even I've even gotten back into all the old school Resident Evil CGI movies and the one that Mila Jovovich played. I know some people hated it. I was one of the few people that did like it at that time in the early mid-2000s. It was a hot-ass Puerto Rican bitch, Michelle Rodriguez, was in the first one. And I had a really, really big crush on her in middle school and high school back in the day. She was the jam. She was a tomboy chick, but she was sexy as fuck. I'm going way off topic now. So let's move forward. Beyond those two, the packaging notably also includes 12 Leon Kennedy figurines, and a special RPD renovation blueprints that the fans can use it to adorn to their homes or game rooms. Resident Evil 2 Collector's Edition will only be available in North America. It'll cost players $200, $199.99, if they want to say political correctness shit. It's also available for pre-order right now and only in GameStop, so fans who want to grab one for themselves should act quickly. The Resident Evil 2 remake is slated to be released January 25th, 2019, literally like 4 days before my birthday on the 29th. So I'm definitely getting this as an early birthday present. To stay on top of the other gaming releases, be sure to check our guides to video games schedules are releasing in 2018, as well as games scheduled for the press release in 2019. So yeah, chatty to join the conversation. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions, I'm overhyped as hell with this thing. They made another Resident Evil movie that'd be crazy, like another CGI one maybe, over the live action one. The live action one was decent, had really cute, sexy actresses in there. But to be honest with you, have an Ada Wong one and a Jill Valentine figurine, I will buy the shit out of that freaking sap. They'll probably have them in Japan or something more than the United States. My own personal opinion. If any people were raised in the late 90s, early 2000s, like I was, you know the Resident Evil thing was a huge ass, ginormous overpopularization of RPG games at the time. I didn't really care for 3 and 4 that much. Resident Evil 5 was good, but it wasn't great. 6 was really bad. 7 was really way more badass. Hella kick-ass. But that's all I got to say for now. Links to description box down below. For Shaq News' Twitter account, I'll leave it down below if any people want to hear that information. Or to San Diego Comic-Con for any Marvel DC fans out there, and I'm out of here. Oh yeah, and links to stonefoxmeidavlo videos for Microsoft, the one that was on Gaming Vault right here as well, my friends. And yeah, that's all I got to say for now, and I'm out of here. Peace the hells out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and of course, as always, otakus and hikikomoris out there, I will see you when I see you guys. Good day, have a good night, wherever you are around the world. Don't drink one word at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it locked out there. Stay tuned for more future article session reviews such as video gaming news, anime and manga news, internet news when September comes around the corner when it's not hot as balls out there, 120 degrees. We're outdoor chat and breeze off video contents I will be posting up soon. Take it easy. Peace out. I'm like sauerkraut. Stay safe. Lates and goodbye. We'll see you on the flip side. Lates and goodbye. And I'm out of here. Peace out.